I can't believe I'm doing my first book haul of the year. I have showed myself that I have restraint. Okay, I have restraint. I'm so proud of myself. I haven't filmed a book haul in so long and I'm genuinely so excited. I don't know if you can tell, but I just love going through the books that you've just bought. You're so excited to read. And I have acquired a good amount of books throughout the first 5 months of this year. So I just wanted to go through them and talk to you guys and just share my excitement because I cannot wait to read these books. I've literally only read 2 of them, and that is because 2 of them are arcs, so yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the books I got for my birthday. My birthday was actually last month and I got a good amount of books for it. The first 2 are books that I got myself for my birthday, one of them being Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. I read Part of Your World by this author and I absolutely loved it, and I bought just for the summer. Yes, just for the summer, and I realised I should read this book first. So I've been waiting to buy this book for ages and I'm genuinely so excited to read it because I've heard it's amazing, like incredible. I've seen 5-star reviews all the time, even 6-star reviews. I've seen that it's made some people cry, I'm pretty sure, so I'm very excited for this one. I know I'm gonna love it and I genuinely cannot wait. I think this is gonna be like the perfect summer read. Personally, I'm very excited for this one. And then we have another book in a series I'm currently reading, and that is Fall With Me by Becca Mack. This is the Playing for Keeps series. I absolutely love the first 2 books in this series. I need to read the 3rd one, which is Unravel Me, and I'm genuinely so excited for that book. I haven't picked that one up yet because I knew I wouldn't have a book to go into, so I bought this one, so I will pick up the 3rd one and know that if I really want to, I can go into the 4th one and then I will buy the 5th one when I want to. So there is that. I then have a family friend who has read the ACOTAR series. It's what got her into reading, and me and her talk about it all the time because she was pushing me to read the ACOTAR series, which I'm currently doing. But there is 2 things she got me, one of them being a book which was on my wish list, and it's fantasy, and that is A Court This Cruel and Lovely by Stasia Stark. I have heard phenomenal things about this book. I've heard it's such an easy fantasy romance to dive into and just have a good time with. I've genuinely just heard such good things about this series. I cannot wait to pick it up. It's been on my wish list for so long and I'm just so happy to finally have it in my hands, and I know I'm gonna have such a good time when I read it. Oh, there's a bit of dust. Whoopsies. I need to dust my shelf. So yeah, very excited for this one. I know I'm going to love it. And then she got me something that isn't a book, which is why I mentioned that she loves ACOTAR, because she got me this print and it says, "To all the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered," and it is genuinely so beautiful, and it's printed on a page from A Court of Mist and Fury, and to say that I love it would be an understatement. I cannot wait until I get my reading corner and I can frame it and have it above like a cozy reading chair. Then my amazing lovely mum took me to The Works, which if you're not from the UK, The Works is, it used to kind of be an arts and crafts store, but then they started selling books for quite cheap and it got popular for that. So when you go in there, you see a bunch of like arts and crafts stuff and then just a bunch of books, and like now they're doing their own The Works editions, so you can only get them there, and there's like sprayed edges and all of that stuff. But the point of that being, you can get books really cheap over there, and my mom took me and we got a bunch of books. So the first books we got are a duet I have heard incredible things about. I've heard this duet described as Peaky Blinders but make it fantasy. Have I watched Peaky Blinders? No, I haven't, but does the vibe intrigue me? Yes it does. And make that fantasy, I just feel so intrigued, so I bought the duet. So that's House of Bane and Blood and City of Mirth and Malice. Now, what I didn't know when I bought this was that there's actually art inside of the first one to show you what our characters look like. And guys, I'm really getting Peaky Blinders vibes. Again, haven't actually watched Peaky Blinders, but I've watched my mum watch Peaky Blinders. I've seen scenes and it is, to me, giving off those vibes, so I'm so excited to read it. I'm very excited to start this to wear. I have wanted it for ages, and on Amazon it's like £10, but in the works they're £3 each, and they were also on a deal that you can get in the works. So it used to be 3 for £6, it went up because inflation, and it's now 3 for £7.50. so I got these along with Rival Darling by Alexandra Moody. This is meant to be a YA ice hockey romance, and I'm very excited for this book. I've actually wanted to read this book for the longest time. I've heard really good things. I'll be honest, I've been wanting to find more books with no spice because I'm not feeling it at the moment. I'll be honest, it's a lot at the moment. It's constant. I feel like the books I've been picking up have just been a lot of spice all the time, and I feel kind of tired of it. So I've been purposely trying to pick up books without spice, this being one of them. So I'm very excited for this one. And then my mum was like, just at the second book, and I went, yeah, and she just picked it up. So I also got Grumpy Darling by the same author. This is the second book in the series, and I think the third one just released not too long ago. So if I really enjoy these two, I will be getting the third one. But these covers are just so cute. I'm so excited to start this series. So if you've read them and you really enjoyed them, let me know because I'm very excited. Then lastly, my mum got me this box set from the works. Now, I'm so excited to have these books, don't get me wrong, but when I bought them I didn't know that the covers were glossy, because I am 99.99999% sure that the covers aren't actually glossy anywhere else. So now I wouldn't care if this was the complete series, but it's not. It's not. There are still 2 books I need to buy. So I'm a little bit annoyed because now, unless the works comes out with the last 2 books in the series glossy as well, I'm gonna have 4 books glossy, 2 books matte, and it will stress my brain out. So please, if the books are all glossy anyways, let me know, but I'm pretty sure they're not. I'm pretty sure they're not. But that is the Sparrows Fall series by Catherine Cowles. I have wanted to read this series for the longest time, and I'm genuinely so happy to have it in my hands. Even if the covers are glossy, I don't really care. It's the fact that like they're not gonna match. But the first book is Fragile Sanctuary. I have heard incredible things about this series. It's supposed to be a small town suspense romance, and I cannot wait. I read a novella by this author. I can't really remember what it was called. I'll put it here. I read a novella and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so good, and it made me want to read more by this author. So I'm very excited to read this series. I am gutted that the covers are glossy, but it is what it is. There is nothing I can do now because I opened the box set not knowing that they were glossy, because the box set came in like plastic wrap, so I just thought it was the plastic wrap. I didn't know it was the books that were glossy, so I can't return it because the books are open, but it is what it is. So I'll go through the books quickly. It's Fragile Sanctuary, Delicate Escape, Beautiful Exile, and Broken Harbour. So yeah, I'm very excited to read these. So that was my birthday book haul. Now we can just go on to the books that I've just acquired throughout the year. And I'm so excited to show you the books I've got. So I'm going to start off with 2 I actually got sent to me by publishers. I actually can't even believe I'm saying that. I'm going to start off with Finding Beauty by Anne Penny. This is the second book in a trilogy, and they sent me the second book. I'm guessing it's because it was my favourite one in the series. I don't know, but I read all 3 as e-arcs, and then I got sent the physical copy, and I actually think it's so pretty. I think the cover is stunning. I would recommend this one. It's a second chance romance and I really did enjoy it. It also came with a bookmark, which I thought was very cute. It's a quote from the book. Every time I see you, touch you, You make me believe I can do anything. I don't know if I said it or not, but the publisher that sent this to me was Arndale. I absolutely love the books that Arndale are currently publishing. And the other book I got from a publisher is Darling Daffodil's Farm by Brittany Nicole. This is such a cute ARC copy in my opinion, and I absolutely loved this book. It was so close to being a 5-star. I loved it, okay? I loved it, I loved it, I loved it. It's a small town, Grumpy Sunshine. She's a baker. He is currently living in her childhood home. If you love when the small town is very close and there's like 1 or 2 people that bicker and you know they're gonna get a romance and they each kind of like have some part to play in the town, I loved that. And I also loved the found family in this book, how our FMC kind of finds her place again. It was just... oh, it was so good. I've said this before, but I love when the FMC is a baker. I don't know what that is. Like, I love it so much. Like, genuinely, it's one of my favourite, like, tropes or micro tropes. I love that so much. But anyways, if you have not read this, read it because it's been out for ages now. But yeah, please do yourself a favour and pick this book up if you love small town romances. So, those were the 2 books that publishers sent me. Now everything else I bought myself. I'm going to start off with Miles Ever After by T.L. Swan. This is the last book in the Miles High series. I think this cover is gorgeous and there's also sprayed edges. As you can probably tell, my Miles High covers don't match the new ones that Arndale just published, and that's okay, it's fine. This one does have a bonus scene as well, a bonus scene or 2 in it, and you know, I needed the last book anyway. I would rather get the epilogue novella with an extra bonus scene. I am very excited to read it. I know I'm going to love it. I do need to read the last book in this series, then I'll go into this one, but as I said, I'm very excited. I can't wait. I absolutely love this series and I've been dragging it on because I don't want it to end, but I do think it is time to finish it soon so that I can say that I've read a series and I loved the whole series. My camera died. I do apologise. We are now back. So, what I was trying to say before my camera died was I got a false start by Elsie Silver. Now this is the last book in the Golden Rush Ranch series, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. No, a Gold Rush Ranch series. I was close. I wanted to complete this series because I had the first 3 books for the longest time, and I think this one went on sale for about £4 to £6, and I was like, do you know what, let me just grab it. And so now I have the completed series to hopefully binge very soon. I do think once I finished the ACOTAR series, I'm about to binge a bunch of contemporary and I will go through my physical TBR quite quickly. It's just I need to finish the ACOTAR series. So I do need to get a move on with that. But that is literally besides the point. Yeah, very, very happy to have this book finally. I then got Gloves Off by Stephanie Archer. Have I read the first 2 books in this series? No. Did I still buy it anyway? Yes. Do you know why? I read 1 series by this author and I absolutely loved it. So I just now feel like I'm going to love every series by this author. And everyone loves this series. So if I loved the one that's not popular, I'm gonna love the one that's popular. You know? I think the cover is gorgeous. It's actually a lot thicker than I thought it would be. I don't know why. I'm very excited to read this series. I've only heard good things. Then I got Smoke and Scar by Gretchen Powell Fox. When I tell you, I was on Instagram and I saw the artwork for this book and immediately wanted to buy it. But then the author got picked up by Scarlet Press and so I had to wait to buy it. But when I tell you, the artwork for this series is incredible. I cannot wait to read it and just see the scenes in my head come to life through the artwork because it's stunning. She finds the most incredible, talented artist, like genuinely, wow, like wow. I've also heard this book is actually really, really good. My name's in here, so that's fun. Do I think that the person with my name is going to be a good person? No, because every other time I see my name in a book, it's always the evil character for some reason. I don't know why, it just is. It sounds so good. Birthed in shadow, forged in fire, bound by fate. It genuinely sounds amazing. Wow, I can't wait to read this. I do kind of want to just not know what this book is about, so I only read like the first 3 lines. I then got a book that everyone was so excited for, me included, and that is In Her Own League by Liz Tomfordy. I pre-ordered this on Waterstones because I got the signed edition, and to say I'm very excited about that would be an understatement. I genuinely cannot believe I was able to get a copy signed, and it also came with a sticker, which I think was quite cute. Don't tell me what to do. So, very excited. Have I finished the Miles High series? No, I haven't. I've only read the first book, but I loved that book so much, and that is the one that everyone hates. So if I love that book, I know I'm gonna love the rest of the series. I genuinely am so excited for the second book, The Right Move. I know I'm gonna love it. I know I'm gonna love it. We have 3 more books left. I know I have yapped your ears off. I do apologize. I have Riftborn by Greenwich and Lennox. I have heard amazing things about this series, right? And I was gonna wait a little while to buy this series because, you know, they're being picked up by publishers, and I was just gonna wait. But then Waterstones came out with a Waterstones exclusive, and I saw it and I was like, I need it. Like, I actually need it. So I bought it because I feel like I'm gonna love this series, and I'm gonna be gutted if I do and I didn't get the Waterstones exclusive. So I did it for my future self. Like, you understand, right? Because look at those edges. You understand. You get why. This is the naked hardcover. It is the same on both sides, so I'm not gonna bother taking the whole dust jacket off. Oh, and that is the map. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm genuinely so happy I got this edition, and I don't regret it whatsoever. Then I have another Waterstones exclusive edition, and that is The Night Prince by Lauren Palfreyman, I think is how you say it. This is the second book to The Wolf King. Have I read The Wolf King? No. No, I haven't. But I will be. I will be very soon. So, I know, it's bad. Do you know what? I've just heard really good things about this. Do I love love triangles? That is the only thing that makes me scared. I've only ever liked 2 or 3 love triangles, so we'll see. I've heard this one is done amazingly well. So this is the hardcover, and that's the spine, and then those are the edges. Now there is artwork, so if you don't want to see the artwork because you think it might be a potential spoiler, then just skip a little bit. But here is the artwork on this side, and then this is the end paper artwork on this side. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I love it. I'm so happy I got this edition. So yeah, again, don't regret it. Very happy I did it. And the last book in this book haul is one I genuinely got so excited for. Like, actually felt like jumping up in joy when it got delivered to my house. And you're gonna see why, because this edition is stunning. Like, absolutely stunning. Fury Bound. Again, I got the Waterstones exclusive edition. Look at those edges. Look at those edges. I genuinely, oh, every time I look at this book I'm like, wow. I'm in love. This is the naked hardcover. This is the edge, and the reason why I took off the dust jacket, we are about to have some art. I have no clue what this art means, okay? But if you don't want a potential spoiler, then skip like 15 to 20 seconds. This is the artwork on the dust jacket. I think it's stunning, and I'm genuinely so happy I got it. I'm going to show you my edition of Diabound because I'm so proud of that edition. So proud of that edition. We forgot to show you the end papers, which are just a map, and they're stunning. Both of them the same. This is Diabound. Now I got the Waterstones exclusive edition again. I wanted them to match, but when it came to this first book being released, all I know is that there is I think 4 packs, right? This series is about direwolves and there are 4 packs. Each pack is represented by a different colour. Now, when Waterstones was releasing this book, they released this book with 4 different hardcover colours, each to represent a pack, and there were 2 I really wanted. It was like the greyish blue colour or the pink one. You can guess which one I got. So this is the beautiful sprayed edge. I did get a little bit of water damage, unfortunately, somewhere up here. I think it's here. I don't know what happened, but it doesn't look too bad. I think it kind of just matches the little white dots, so it is fine. But I was able to get the one I wanted. Okay, I got the beautiful pink edition. I think it's stunning. And to go along with that, those are the end papers. I got the signed edition. I was able to grab the signed edition. I was gutted I didn't get the signed edition for the second book, Fury Bound, but it's fine. I'm just so glad I was able to do it with this one. And again, I'm going to show you artwork, so skip like 20 seconds if you don't want to see it. But look how beautiful that is. Like, how stunning. Oh, I couldn't not get them, guys. I actually couldn't. I couldn't not get them. So that is the end of my book haul. I will probably do another one later on this year, probably around like December-ish, just to show you the rest of the books I got throughout the year. But I'm really trying to slow down on my book buying. I know it don't seem like I'm slowing down, but when I tell you my book buying was so bad like a year or 2 ago, it was really bad. So I've actually slowed down a lot, and as I said, a lot of this was for my birthday. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, maybe leave a like, a comment, or subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.